Okay, looks like Twitch is doing its thing. We'll wait for YouTube to catch up, and then we'll get into some music. Alrighty, looks like we've got Twitch and YouTube going, so let's get some music happening in a moment or two. Alrighty, Botrix has connected, so let's get into Too High to Die by Apollo Music. And let's launch our Minecraft and see what we can do. Playing some Aetherial Airships today on the Aetherial Airships server. Let's make sure the mic is working. Yes, the mic is working. Fantastic. Alright, let's get our self-promos out there. And I will say a happy 4th of July to those of you watching from the US. It's the 5th of July where I am, but I'm aware that it's a national holiday over there. Hopefully that won't affect the views so much. Alrighty. Let's get some self-promo happening. So we met our follower goal of 110 while we were offline. That's our Twitch follower goal. And our subscriber count in YouTube has gone up to 573 last time I checked. So we're just listening to Captain Fred of the Tech Heads. And I'll try and get some self-promo happening. Alrighty, let's do a publish on that one, and on that one, and let's get this into our little template for self-promo. Alrighty. That's Beware Captain Techo Fred. And we'll get into Mud Puddle. I'm probably got an ad going on the Twitch side of things. Let's have a look. Alright. I might just run an ad on the Twitch side of things to stop ads from coming for new viewers immediately. Let's do that now. Alrighty. We've got YouTube happening. Alrighty. Alright, let's get the self-promo going on the various different channels. We're currently listening to Mud Puddle by Apollo Music if you're watching on YouTube, and you'll be seeing an ad on Twitch. Alrighty, Twitch ad should be over in about 30 seconds. Alrighty, let's go through and do the self-promo stuff. Alrighty. Already done that one. Alrighty. Just trying a few different places. Where are we? Self-promo there. Alrighty. And ads should be over on Twitch, so we might just run the same couple of tracks again. Just to make sure we get through all of the self-promo and that the game has in fact loaded and we're on the server. Alrighty, let's see. How's YouTube? How's the self-promo going? There we go. Yeah, we'll replay the same track. Mud puddle one more time. Yep. Now we'll play Captain Predator tickets as well. Why not? Give ourselves enough time to get the self-promo finished without stressing and rushing and putting things in the wrong channels. All right. Well, that looks like enough self-promo. We'll just add one little update to... Hello, someone's come by. That's something on Twitch. Let's see, what did we get? Plumbite redeemed first. Well done, Plumbite. Good to see you. Feel free to chat. Alright. I think we'll actually jump into the gameplay roundabout nowish. And we'll jump out of the airship. We'll just let Distant Horizons do its thing. Alrighty, hi Plumbite. Congrats on first. Alright, so we've been doing a bit of building in here. Let's just jump in and do the whole looking fancy in the F4 mode. There we go. We've got a couple of baby villagers. And we've got a couple of grown-up villagers around as well. There's one over there, and there's probably one over there. Yep. So we've got our baby villagers, and we're in the process of getting our village back to normal. So let's just put our FOV back to normal. And hi, I'm Tech Fred. This is Aetherial Airships, and we are on a little island, as you can see. And we've been transporting our villagers to the main area from here, and also from the other part of the village up here, which is separated by this giant chasm. So there's no villagers up here anymore, and there were only 2 villagers down here. We managed to get back to 4. So the next step is going to be actually trying to get a trading hall happening here, and not phasing into the walls when we're doing free game mode. All right. So we've got our Farmer's Delight crops cropping. We've got pigs in there, and we've got, what's this guy? Got a cartographer cartographing, and we've got a child childing. We've got a weaponsmith weaponsmithing. And we can get an iron axe from this guy. It's handy, actually. Our iron axe is about to die. So if we can get 5 more emeralds, we can get a pretty nice sword, which will help in defending the village while we're building up. So we've got our airship over here as well. You probably saw that at the beginning. It's our little tech head van airship. And if you missed the interior, it looks a little something like this. So we've got a bookshelf with the 2 books from the mod pack in it. We've got a ship's engine that makes things a bit faster. Crafting table, bed, chopping board, cupboard, or cabinet, regular furnace, and some storage chests, and the controls, and some lights. That's pretty much it. So the lights in question are actually jack-o'-lanterns. And if we do this, it doesn't want to work, but we can try it here. If we jump and... Nope, it's already up. Okay, so if we put that down and we jump, it kicks us off. But what it can do is kick us up. There we go, and then we can go on the roof. Now, these are meant to be jack-o'-lanterns up here, but we didn't have any jack-o'-lanterns, so the lighting is not ideal. And, of course, we've got our little market stalls here. So we might put some things into the market stalls to turn this into more of a market area. So let's go with what sort of things do we want? I think we want to do a weaponsmith or a toolsmith. We've got some iron, I believe. Maybe not. Yeah, we got some iron, so we'll get some. We got a toolsmith going here. So when one of these babies grows up, there'll be a toolsmith. And I think we want to do a... we'll do a blast furnace when we got some more iron happening. We'll also get something else going. Let's see. We got a farmer going. Okay. That should help with the professions, and we'll stop them from trying to sneak in here. Alrighty. Hey, Cat. Redeemed to hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. It is actually breakfast, so I will grab a hydrate now. And thank you for stopping by, Hey, Cat. Alright. We also have a naming rights request from Akashashin that happened at the end of the last weekend stream. Alright, so we'll hydrate. Alright, I don't know if that came through on the mic, but that was my water bottle. Alrighty. And thank you, Haji, for stopping by for the hydrate. Appreciate it. Okay, so we've got some wheat and we've got another onion here. Alright, so we've got some more floating islands up here. I'd like to actually get we've got create, so I'd like to get an elevator going between here and the island above. And maybe we can populate the island that way. Obviously, we have the airship as a method as well. Due to some bugs in some of the mods. It's early for me. Due to some bugs in some of the mods that make the airships work, if we go up, we'll be fine, but if we go down, we will take fall damage. So that is hopefully going to be fixed in the next version of the Eureka, or the next version of Valkyrian Skies, which is the mod that Eureka runs on. So we're not using Creator Aeronautics, we're using Valkyrian Skies. Creator Aeronautics and Sable would be one method, but we're using Valkyrian Skies and Eureka ships. And although it's very thin, it does actually make for some really nice sleek ships with the trapdoors here as walls. We also have some pirate ships around to worry about, airships to worry about, pirates that may spawn in the skies, and we'll even have some pirates that spawn on the limited oceans we have in this world as well. So we'll have a look around and see if we can find some of those later on. We've also got some things like regrowth and ecologics. So regrowth makes the villagers actually build their own walls, which is what they've been doing here. And ecologics gives us extra biomes. We've got the Aether as well, so if we were to make a portal out of glowstone and water, we would end up in the mythical Aether. And I think we're going to need some more houses. We've got 2 beds in each house at the moment, which is why we're getting more than 3 villages. So we've got 2 beds there, and we've got 2 beds in this one. And then we've got 2 beds in this one. They're looking a little bit cramped, so we need to build some more. Oh no, we've only got 1 bed in this one. Okay. Well, we might grab them a bed as well then. So we've got 4 villages and 5 beds at the moment. So if we want them to grow any more villages, or should I say we want them to breed any more and have more villages, we're going to need to get at least 1 more bed in there. Okay. No, I didn't make the whole village. The village generated normally. Good morning, how'd you get? Let's have a look. So we've got 2 extra beds here. So yes, we have some normal world gen, like villages and structures will generate normally. We also have extra structures. We have create themed structures. We have create mod and we have create themed structures. So we're going to look at what we can do with those. And we've got some extra bits and pieces from Farmer's Delight and various mods to go with that. We also have create an enchantment industry and create steam and rail. So if we wanted to make railway networks, or if we wanted to industrialize enchantments, we've got those options as well. And we've got a grappling hook, which allows us to get places we shouldn't be able to get. Now, fortunately, fall damage is still a thing, but there are some boots from that have been heavily inspired from the game Portal that allow you to fall infinitely without taking damage when you land. Don't have those boots yet, but it is something I'm looking to try and get into the mix, so that if we are flying a ship, we don't have to worry about taking food with us. And well, I'm taking food anyway, but so we don't have to worry as much about food, and that way we don't have to worry about fall damage. Because the main reason we worry about food is so that when we take the fall damage, we can just not worry about it. Okay, so we have some leads. I'm looking for some things we can turn into things we can sell. So we've got 23 paper. We need 1 more, I think, to sell anything to the cartographer. Oh, you've got a job now? You are the cartographer. Yeah, same one. Okay. So the other ones haven't grown up yet? No. Okay. Well, let's do a bit of a lap of the sugar cane. And while we're here, we'll take our little knife. Oh, our knife broke. Okay. Got some tomatoes here. All right. And we'll take our little knife, as I said, and we'll look at getting... Might just make another flint one, actually. Got plenty of flint. Keep the iron knife for later. Oh, We made a bunch of flint knives. That was unexpected. You know what? That's okay. We have enough room for a few knives, and the knives do break eventually. Alright. We don't have a shield, so... Oh, we had our knife in our offhand. There you go. So I made the whole mod pack. I didn't make the whole world, though. Not manually. So just going to cut these down and get... There we go. A few more of those. So that straw will allow us to make leads and also to make ropes. Now, sometimes the villagers become cooks and chefs because we have an extra mod that allows that to happen with Farmer's Delight. And those villagers will want rope. So we can make rope and trade it with them. Alright. Now we don't have any room for... I don't have any room for sugarcane now, so let's pop this azalea down. Get ourselves a nice decorative looking tree. Let's see, we'll put this one over here. Actually, just over here is good. Alright. We'll grow that one up in a little bit, and we'll go and get that sugar cane. Alright, let's see. Nearly time to sleep so we don't get too many mobs around. So we started off with just a little sugarcane near this village, and we've planted a whole bunch of it. Harvested it and planted it and harvested and planted it. The paper is good for making balloons for the airships from, as well as selling to villagers. And we spent a bit of time over here making sure there's a wall stopping the large amount of mobs from getting over. We do need to clean up this corner, because with the world generation, there's a bit of this little pool missing, and it goes down to absolutely nothing. Look over the edge, we've got nothing there. So, common theme in this world is having nothing there. We need to make sure we don't fall into the void. We do have a corpse mod, which lets us, well, a grave mod, which leaves a corpse, which lets us pick up our stuff in the event we do fall into the void. It just goes down to the bottom of the spawnable area, which I don't want to demonstrate right now. So we will... We've got a kid going swimming. Hey kid, why are you swimming at night time? Go to bed. Alright. Looks like they're trying to do that. They're just taking the quickest path to their bed, which happens to be through the water. Thank you, wonderful pathfinding. Alright. And Distant Horizons is outdated, but I'm looking to update the server. Outside of rushing to update before streams, which is what I was doing last night in the test version of the server. And then I realized, you know what, there's a few things not quite working the way that they should be. So let's hold off on updating the server and the mod pack until I've got more time to look at it and bug test it. Alright, so you can find this mod pack on Modrinth. It's called Aetherial Airships. And if you want more info, you can just type !airships, I believe it is. Let's give that a go. There we go. There's a link to the mod pack. Alright, so we've got our toolsmith. Nice. And we've still got a baby. Now, where's the other ones? Where's the cartographer? Cartographer is still in their house. We don't have enough to buy a map yet. We do have a journey map, so we don't actually need to have in-game maps. But it is nice sometimes for the immersion to have a map in-game rather than just having a on full screen map. So we do have journey map, so we can look at things from a distance. And our spawn area is over here. And we have been a bit further, but for some reason journey map wasn't working, and we've lost that data. There's a little wizard tower over there. That's one of the create structures. Well, the create theme structures. Alright. I don't know that coal is a good trade, so we might wait and see if you refresh your trade. And yeah, we need to do some more house building. Okay, so we have lava and water. We can make some cobblestone. We have trees. So we can make some they're building the walls on their own. We can make some more housing along the same style as the housing we've got here. We have some basics for create as well, so we could automate and make little cobblestone and gravel and what's the word I'm looking for? Cobblestone and gravel and iron nugget mill, like we did over at spawn. And we could maybe get a horse or two. There's a horse over there. But for the moment, I think we want to get some more wood. So we'll use up the last of this iron axe and chop this tree down. We'll start building some houses. And we could probably do with a librarian. So let's get that happening. We don't have room for the seeds for some reason. We missed that one. Alright, I think we might try and improve this little area here. Maybe put a fishing dock in, turn this into more of a feature, rather than a weirdly bugged self-generated, well, automatically generated lantern. And we might remove the water from the basements of these houses as well. You got a very jovial little child there. We could actually look at setting up a traditional iron farm as well, because we've got space outside the village. So maybe we could, once we've got a few more villages, we could, yeah, rather than a create themed iron farm, we could do a regular iron farm. We've got plenty of space over there to do that, and we've got mobs available from that dark area there as well, so we should be able to get a zombie. So we might do a bit of that once we've built a bit more of a house here. So let's see. So this is a server that my Discord members can play on if they become trusted players. And you can do that by joining my Discord and taking part in the community, getting to know the other players, and then applying for the trusted player role. There's another role you'll need, which is the scholar role for following the rules and agreeing to them, you'll get the scholar role, and then you'll be able to apply for the trusted player role if you're able to figure out the scholar role. And I figure if you're able to figure out the scholar role, then you've probably got a chance of being a reasonable player. So, especially since I've just given instructions on how to do it in stream. If you don't want to join, that's fine as well. It's entirely up to you. If you're not into modded Minecraft, there's a mod pack available specifically for the server from my Discord, but there's also a non-server version available from Modrinth, as mentioned earlier. All right, so let's make a little fishing jetty here. Maybe some more fences, and we'll make that look a little nicer. Maybe we'll actually do the same on this side, make it symmetrical. There we go, there we went 4 across, so we'll go 4 across on this side. Or we could make this a crossroads in the middle of the village and then have it go over to more housing that's not in the water. That could work as well. I think we'll do that. We'll extend it out to the path. We do have rice in this mod pack, so we could grow. We could fill in some of the water here, and then we could grow rice. And we got suspended mine shafts down there as well, which might be fun to go exploring later on. Okay, let's grab. Oh, there we go. Got exactly 3 there. That'll fill in that gap. And then we'll get some more wood going. So if we give them wooden paths to follow instead of swimming through the lake, we should hopefully have some slightly better pathfinding happening. Maybe we can move the market into the platforms on the lake. That could be fun. Now you get a covered marketplace. We're out of wood. No, there we are. We've got oak logs there. I was going to say, how could we be out of wood? We just harvested a tree and we had some to start with. I think we'll go this way. Thank you for the follow, by the way, between streams, Hajakat. You were my 110th follower. And at the end of the stream, the stream goal should hopefully update to 120 followers as the next goal. Because you followed outside streams, the stream goal didn't automatically update. But I do appreciate that. Thank you. So we've got Leaves Be Gone as our mod pack, our mod to take care of the floating leaves. There's another mod I was looking at that adds physics, that was trying to drop the trees as physics entities, kind of like the ships, but it didn't look very good. It didn't work very well, so I didn't add that one. We do have another mod where if your ship takes damage, it can actually cause it to drop bits of itself and to disassemble, which is a little bit frustrating when you're have a small ship that gets hit by pirates, but that's one of the dangers of flying an airship that is quite small. Alright, that's enough to get over this way. We might look at getting a shovel and getting some of that clay, because that'll be quite handy. That's looking a lot better. I think if we put some more houses in and we expand this to be like a central marketplace. And we'll just grab our new axe. There we go. Now that looks less out of place, but if we move that over one and put some pillars on the corners, we can move some of these little marketplace booths here. And look at using some sort of different roof, or getting some sheep going. Have pigs. Be nice if we had sheep. Do we have a farmer villager yet? We have a toolsmith. You haven't grown up yet. Okay, so we need more beds. Let's take this yellow bed and put a couple of white beds down. We'll recolor this yellow bed later on. That way it doesn't look too out of place having two different color beds. Alright, let's do some fences. We'll take these... in fact, we can make two yellow beds if we take this one down. It would be nice to have sheep, though, and have some different coloured wool. We have some white sheep back at the other island, so we could... Starter Island, so we could go over there and have a bit of a look at the contraptions and such like we've got there. Watching stream while doing your morning routine, no worries. Streaming is my Sunday morning routine, so that's what I'm doing. But glad I can be entertaining and be a background for your morning. All right, I might put our helmet back on just in case we run into any mobs. So we'll have 12 wool that we could use for a roof if we go over here, but we're going to need more than 12 for a roof. So let's see, that's... That's 7 by 7, so that's 49. And it's an odd number, so we're going to need an odd number of things for the roof. So even if we had all three of those, that's 18. I do like the yellow and white theme though, so we might look at doing something along those lines, only bigger. And maybe we'll run this one over this way. Just enough. Alright, we'll put another tree down here. And maybe another one over this way. Be nice to get some bees too, so if we can get some flowers next to the trees, we can hopefully get some bees. We can make a bee farm. We've got a lot of saplings, so we might turn some of that into bone meal. Oh, did the same with the wheat. Didn't mean to do that, but we got more, so that's fine. Got potatoes. Lots of tomatoes. Let's do some gathering of resources for now. And we've got a bunch more saplings here, so no shortage. Might just leave half of them behind just to make sure we don't run out. There we go. We could do a create tree farm perhaps as well. Automate the trees. Automate the wood gathering, and then maybe automate some of the wood production. But for the moment, let's just extend this. Alrighty. Looking pretty good. Let's get some fences in and see what that looks like. Nice. One more there. I think we'll go with some wooden strip wood around the sides there. We could go with other styles, but I'm just going to keep in the same style as the village already is. We do have options of lots of other types of wood. For the moment, we're going to go with oh, actually, let's leave those in the corners and let's put the pillars at the entrances. I think that'll work well. And we'll strip those. Yep, that looks good. And we'll pop another one down here. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Another tree's grown, so let's grab that one. I think we will look to do some automation in a moment. We'll start getting create happening, or set up a water wheel and maybe an automatic tree farm. Although tree farm will be a little while because we don't have any deployers. Haven't quite got to that level of create yet. Ah, that needs to go here. We'll move that other one. I think we'll put some lanterns inside instead. It's getting dark, so we'll replant a tree if we didn't already. And And let's go one there and one there. Okay. This takes a little while to sleep. It's a bit of lag on the server, but nothing too bad. Most of the Americans aren't online at the moment because we've got 4th of July happening for them. So we'll see what happens with the views, but I don't really mind. It's a nice relaxed Sunday for me. Alrighty, so I got some cabbages and onions growing here as well. And I see we have another yellow flower there. A couple of yellow flowers. We can make those beds yellow. We've got lots of tomatoes as well. So if we get a farmer, we'll be able to trade tomatoes. Alright. Is this market store going to be big enough? This market area. I think if we... Yeah, I think if we... if we make little corners on it and just put little stands in the corners, so we can make it a centralized market. We could put we could at least put 4 workstations in, like we've got 2 here. If we put the bell inside, they'll use it as the meeting place. So the way things are going, I think we might have enough wool if we just use the wool that's here, and just use some slabs and other roofy type things around the outside. We do seem to be out of trees at the moment, though, so we're going to need some bone meal. Might be a good time to make a shield and go talk to the resident monsters over this way. I'm sure there'll be some there. We could also go and have a look up the top and see if we've got any trees up there. We seem to be out of tree growing action at the moment. Let's put 1 tree there. Make ourselves another yellow bed and we'll grab those 2 white ones. Just to keep the colour scheme consistent. Alright, so we're going to need pink terracotta if we want to keep the colour scheme consistent in the houses as well. Oh, there's a black cat over there. I think we need a fishing rod. Alright, let's put these... Well, not the beds, but we'll put something away. So we've got some create shafts already. Let's put sugarcane away. We have white wool already as well. Let's pick up the white wool so we can pick up the rest of the white wool out here. There's a tree. Can't pick any of that up because I don't have room. Okay. Well, we need to make some space over there and expand this a little bit. Maybe we'll go a bit bigger than the 7x7. We might go 9x9. Just notice we have more paper here. Let's go talk to the cartographer again. Yeah, it looked nice and open before, but it's starting to look a little bit cramped now. So let's have a look. Yeah, I think we'll go a bit wider. 1 block wider at each side, and that will give us more space. And of course we'll need more fences for that. But we'll get there. Okay, I think we had 2 extra fences already. We did, so that makes that bit easy. Cool, starting to be used as a thoroughfare, which is what we wanted. Now the question is, do we want to go a little bit wider and have it as an open air sort of structure? Maybe we do. We'll see how it looks once we move these out. It's certainly starting to look a bit more open. That's good. Grab ourselves the apple. Being a morning routine, I haven't finished my coffee or my breakfast yet, so might grab those. I would like to get this cat too. Maybe we build a boat to put her in until such time as we have name tags. Oh, we got a big tree. That'll be good for wood. I think we need a schematic cannon as well, so I think we need to do an iron farm that's a little bit faster than the one we have at spawn. I'll try and get that cat into a boat for now. I would like to have a black cat. Did you just run off? I think she just ran off into the void. Oh well, we'll get the next one, I guess. That's a little sad. Scared the cat and it decided to run off into the run off the island rather than live with us. Okay, so let's pop a boat down somewhere. I'll pop the boat in the chest, so we've got it for later. Maybe this one. Got one space for it. It was like we're meant to have it. Okay, so looks like we made the mistake of making a bunch of flint knives before. Let's make ourselves a shield. First we'll move these out. A bit wider? Maybe. Let's see how that looks. That could work quite well. If we do the same on this side. Yeah, that feels a bit more open. I like it. Let's go with that. Yeah. Make it more of a meeting place. Could even put a almost a well type arrangement in. So just need one more fence for the corner. Our central piece there. Put the bell over there. Yeah, making our own customized central area. Might make this more of an archway on the way in. And we can make another set of in fact, that'll could even be a crafting table in the middle underneath the bell. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it a crafting table under the bell. And if we put the bell higher later, make a set of fences. One there. And now we look at filling this in a bit. That'll bring all of the villages into the center. So if we move their workstations as well. Nice. So 2 more workstations. I think we need a barrel for a fisherman because it's obviously a good place for a fisherman. And I'm sure what the other one should be. That'll give us 6 workstations in the village. Maybe a smoker. That way we get a butcher as well. And yes, we will go cut down that big tree. We're just going to make some space to catch the logs. Alright, so I can get a fisherman there. And what was the 4th one? What did we decide on again? Oh, yeah, a smoker. Starting to gather where we want them, looking good. Alright, let's grab our lava bucket. Just there. And make ourselves a cobblestone generator. And we'll get ourselves... Oh, we've got to cut this tree down. We'll get ourselves a shield. And we'll look at getting a iron farmer over that way. Just on the outskirts of town. Alrighty. Start putting some dirt underneath the houses here. Filling in the basements. Fixing their flooded basements. So we could automate this part with create once I've got some more iron to make the. We don't have the space. That's the problem. Okay. We'll just get enough to make the furnace. We'll come back for the rest. We'll go sleep. All right. Getting there. Have a bite of my toast. And a little bit of my coffee. That's looking good. All right. So what I might do is just make sure I'm in a safe space and quickly go to the loo. I'll just put some Be Right Back music on. And I'll be right back. Have a listen to, let's go with Mud Puddle. And let's go with the Fine. Alright, won't be long. Alright, I'm back. Just to quickly finish off my coffee while we got some music going. Okay. Let's get back into it. Music, by the way, is a Fine by Apollo Music. This is a version with no solos in it, so it's quite good for just having it in the background while we do other things. Got about 30 seconds left of the music, so might just have a bit of a groove. Alright, that'll do on the music. Okay. So, back to building. So these guys like to climb on top. And Toolsmith still wants to give us... Oh, he wants to give us hose or coal. So buy coal or sell us hose. I don't think we want to do hose at the moment. What do you want to buy? You want to buy onions and carrots. We can do onions, my friend. Do we want to trade onions? It's only 13 on us. Oh, there we go. There's potatoes. Do you want to hold out for a better trade, maybe? $26 and we've got 13. It'll take a while to get more onions. Let's see what we got in the hold. We have 19 there. Okay, we could do onions. Would be nice to get another trade as well as the onions, though. Something we've got here. Tomatoes. Cabbage. What if we'd reset your trade? How would that go? Let's make that shield. How about you? We want to reset your trade as well, don't we? Yeah. As a butcher, you want chickens or rabbits? As a butcher, I think we want your skills as somebody else. Maybe a fisherman? Maybe a toolsmith? Shovels and hoes, that's more like it. Stone tools to start with. We do need a shovel, so that's perfect. We'll lock you in. And then we'll get a smoker down here for the next villager that wants to take a job. Alright. So you want to give us the same chicken and rabbits. I think we'll try your skills as another profession. Why do they all want coal? Coal is not a thing we have a lot of at the moment. Let's take that barrel out. Let's try you as a farmer again. No? Okay, rabbit stew and raw rabbit. Rabbit stew is a good one. That's a good way to get one of the best foods in the game before we added the mods. But again, you want rabbits, and we don't have any rabbits around, so I think we'll take that one out again. We'll try you as a fisherman or a farmer again. Let's see what you go for. Fisherman? You still want the coal, huh? What if we move the composter over here? Will that change your mind? Wheat, and we can buy peas. We don't have peas yet. That'd be nice. So you're selling wheat and buying peas. Yeah, let's go with buying some peas. Why not? Now, can we grow them is the question. Alright, well, we'll put the peas aside, because I've got them as a food now. And we got lots of tomatoes. Alright, we need to have more cooking options in our airship by the look of it. So let's see. Let's see about that that whole cooking situation. I've locked you in as a farmer now, though. Apparently, peas are worth a lot more than wheat. I find that hard to believe. All right, let's find that cartographer. And I think we'll go for a librarian next. We might build a little library after we've made our iron farm. So for the iron farm, we're obviously going to need beds. So let's clean this up, and we'll bring this over to put in. We got the tear down those walls achievement. So we've got all the regrowth stuff now. They won't build walls on roads, and they won't cut leaf blocks we place, and they will not build walls if we remove the wall block over village bells. So it was over a village bell before, but it's not now. So I don't know if that means they're going to not build walls or not. I'm a bit confused by that. But that's fine. So we do want to have an iron farm. We want to have it away from the main village. There's a horse, there's some cats. Alright, let's do our building down. So it's 2, 3, 4. And just to make sure we're not going to disappear into the void, we'll just move across one before we chop through that. Okay, so that's 5. Six and 7. All right. So we're going for a traditional sort of iron farm here. We'll get to the exact details in a little bit, but for the moment we're going to pop down some beds. And pick up as much of this stuff on the way out as we can. So coal is good. All right, let's get some cobblestone in to fill up the gaps. And we'll make our way out of here. So that's 2. Three, 4, 5. So 1 gap, and then 1, and then we start going up. Uh, 7, yep. Okay, looks good. Let's go put our onions away. Hey Akasha, good to see you. Just doing a bit of iron farming in the Aetherial Airships world. Alright, we do have a cooking pot, so we've got that as an option as well. Okay. That will give us some options of better cooking ability for the both for ourselves and for the villagers. I think we'll look at trying to finish off that farm infrastructure first. Try and get some villagers over there. And we need to eat something. What do we got? We got poisonous potatoes. Alright, let's put a torch just here so we know that's there. And one at this end. And we'll pick up all the granite. And we'll put another bed in a sec. Still faster to make a traditional iron farm than a create iron farm with the create technology we've got. Maybe once we've increased our create technology level, we'll be able to make faster iron farms with create. Okay. Weaponsmith, villager, weaponsmith, toolsmith, cartographer. Okay. And farmer, fisherman. Fisherman. Okay, and you've got a bucket trade. Let's go for that one. They're always good. Gives us cod we can put in the pond. And it also gives us a string trade, which is always handy. Alright. Let's put that cod in the pond. And it gives us a spare bucket for no iron, which is always nice. Alright. Looking like it's about sleepy time. So I think we'll make just one wheat dough and cook ourselves some bread while we sleep. Alrighty. It was a little alarming to wake up outside the airship, but that's because we've got the flaps deployed, as it were. So if we close those and we sleep, we'll actually wake up inside. Close, lower. One of those. Alright, so we're getting really low on hunger here. We'll just eat this bit of bread. And we can make ourselves some more bread. Be slightly more efficient with resources. Okay. So I think we'll go with one higher on these. And let's get that big tree down. Take these down as well. Grab some of these slabs from earlier. We'll just make ourselves a little platform to catch the logs and leaves over here. But one that doesn't encourage extra spawns. Alright, so we need two more. We've got some extra fences here as well. We'll put those down. Drop the rest of the spare building materials in there. And we'll just extend this a little bit more before we cut down that tree. Just to make sure we're going to catch all of the logs and leaves. All the logs and saplings, I should say. Might be time for a bit of an explore down in the mine shafts. See what riches we can find. Just had a creeper just drop down out of nowhere. No guesswork on that one. Once the supporting logs are gone, the leaves just drop. One of the things I love about leaves be gone is the leaves do be gone. Alright, we can see quite a bit of mine shaft over there now as well. Probably worth exploring that in a little bit. Okay. Excuse me for just a moment. Just getting a little bit sick. Now, Kasha, I saw that after last week's stream we had a naming rights left over for you on the Twitch side of things as well, so I'm just going to have a quick look at that. We don't have any glow squid that I've come across in this world yet. It's not to say there aren't going to be any, just we don't have any yet. So we might save that one for the Skyflat world, where it was redeemed. Alright, I think we'll go with some slabs on the corners. We'll just get these bits of wool. We'll put the logs away for now. Now that we have access. Get the fences as well. It was something to do with a glow squid, so let's have a look at what the joke was on that one. Nugula, or Nugula, Nugular, future pet glow squid. I think you might have intended it to be Nugula. Not sure. If you remember, let me know. Tell me on Discord. Or in the chat when you remember. Alright, so we got enough yellow wool for a bed. Or for the roof. Enough white wool for another bed in the iron farm to be. Got 3 oak slabs. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do for the roof yet, so we'll figure that out. I think we'll make it a big marquee. We're going to need some sheep for that, so we might have to look around for sheep. Bit of lag kicking in. Ah, the George W. pronunciation. Okay, gotcha. So we've got 9 slabs there. I reckon if we go with 12 around the edges and then start bringing it up with wool once we've got the wool, might be the way to go. So I think we're probably going to need a little bit more wool if we're going to do the same sort of pattern in the middle. Where the new wool stairs would be really useful, because make a nice little marquee at the top. Let's go with another lot of slabs. Actually, let's make the bed first. Got another white bed. May as well grab the white wool we've already got. Pop that bed into our future iron farm. But first we'll have some apples so that we can move again. The hunger's getting a little too high. We'll drop down to these beds. We'll place this one. Oh, not where it goes. So we're going to want a trapdoor in there and some slabs here and here. So that means logically we want to bring these out. Now we got some copper there. Nice. Well, we probably want to make sure we've got a lightning rod in this general vicinity, so as to not have zombies, not have villagers turning into witches and the like. If there's more copper there, great, but I don't care right now. Is that actually long enough, or do we need to go one further along? I feel like we probably need to go one further along. We'll check that again in a moment. So now we need at least one extra bed to get them to breed more. So we need some more houses. It's meant to be houses originally, but it's turned into the central trading area. All right, let's have a look at that from above, see how that's shaping up. Yep, definitely getting there. So I think we want to have the sort of tentish thing happening. Or maybe we want to go with getting more of a wooden roof. Not sure. Would save the... I do like the marketplace idea with the wool. We just need the wool. So hopefully we can get some sheep. Wizard Tower or Artificer's Tower? The Wizard Tower? We can go have a look at the Wizard Tower in a little bit. We're getting some quite nice progress here. We've actually got a bit more village than we had before. We've still got this little secondary village up here as well, but we have no villagers there. So we want to try and get some villagers to breed and find a way to get them up there as well. Then we'll have 2 villages. Then we'll have a little third village. It's third thing that's technically a village, which is our iron farm over here. But for the moment, this is starting to look a lot better than it did when we arrived. There's just a big pool with nothing in it, and now it's starting to look like it could be a farmer's market of sorts, or a variety market, if you like. Okay. We do have lots of copper, so let's get some copper going. $53, plus we've actually got some copper ingots already, so let's make a lightning rod. And we'll put the lightning rod somewhere where it's going to not strike the villagers. Tempted to put it on top there, but that might be still within range for the villagers to get fried and turned into witches. We don't really want a village of witches. We have to name it Eastwick. Marketplaces from Age of Empires. Yes. Sort of something along those lines is what I was thinking. Although I can't remember myself what they look like either. So, let's see. I think we will go with wool once we've got the resources to do it. Might have to head back to spawn and get some wool from the sheep. And maybe look at putting this down somewhere where it's going to detract from actually hitting the villagers. Maybe just make a big tower of cobblestone over here. Actually make it higher than the rest. We'll come back with a pickaxe, I think. Did we just use... We just used all of our cobblestone and don't have a pickaxe now. That's always fun. Alright, let's see. You can always just go with a wooden pickaxe, so we'll just check in the ship and see if we left one there. Could probably move our ship now as well. We have a stone pickaxe right there. We had a spare. Always good to have a spare. Can't sleep yet. Yeah, I think we'll go for a wool mission and we'll come back, but we'll leave a... after the last experience we had with unwanted thunderstorms and losing villagers, just make sure we've got some leftover cobble. Didn't play all the versions of Civilizations, kind of like Sid Meier's Civilization 2. Kept starting with the Greeks. All the variations of Civilizations. Ah, yes. That sounds vaguely like my lived experience with Age of Empires as well. Alright, let's... That should be high enough that it's the nearest thing around. The highest thing around in terms of buildings, yes. Alright, we'll jump into the water. We definitely need some more lighting in here, so let's light this up like so to start with, and we'll figure out the proper lighting later. Teenage you and Duskulos might have gotten along quite well. I think that is entirely likely. Duskulos is definitely someone who likes their civilizations and historical stuff, and really enjoyed Duskulos's ancient Greek skyblock. It's actually how I found Duskulos. Probably how a lot of people found Duskulos. Alright, so we're just going to move our airship to the other side of the village. And we'll start building some more houses in this corner. Since we've got the infrastructure, we've got the roads leading there. They're starting to build more fences as well, I see. So we could try seeding the village up the top with 2 more villagers. But we need to convince them to breed down here first. I would like to get the iron farm completed, or at least populated, if we can't complete it. We might look to make a similar sort of dock to what we've got at the main island for the ship here as well, so that we can park it, and if we restart the server, it's not going to drop into the void. I was also thinking we might look at adding ship retrieval service, which is a mod specifically for getting ships that have sailed off into the ether. No pun intended. Sailed off into the distance back again. So I think we might need to just turn around a little bit so we've got a better exit strategy here. Yes. Turning a little bit more. And a little bit more. And there we go. It's like we paid for a campsite for the van and everything. All right. Got hot and cold running lava. Well, hot and cold running liquids. And let's get a couple of beds made. We'll go get some more. We'll go get some more wool from the main area. First we'll make these beds. All right. Another quick house over here, I think. Why is there a pool here? Might just have to start filling in some of this stuff. Some of these what's the word I'm looking for? Some of these unstable foundations. But we need some food. So what can we do for food? I think potatoes might be the way to go. Quickest food we can make at the moment. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around for a little while, Cat. Thanks for hanging around today. And I like that you like the ship. This is my little van. We've got some other ships as well. But this is really all we've got built here at the moment is that one ship. No worries. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you, Cat, for coming by. It's been nice to have you. Hopefully we'll see you again. All right, so I think we're going to need to put a gate in here. If we join this up behind the house here. Sorry, I'm a bit stuffy. I'm still trying to get over, well, trying not to get sick from whatever it is my kids have had. I know that's very descriptive. Right, we might turn this one into more of a boarding house. So if we take this one out and put down a bed there, and if we take this chest out, oh, we've got some food there. That solves our food problem too. If we just eat some oranges. Go and put these potatoes on. Grab the rest of the apples from there and the saplings. Put some apples in the barrel. Actually, that'd be enough to make a crate of apples. Except we can't make crates of apples. Okay. Must be a mod I don't have that I was thinking of. There's a few compat mods for Farmer's Delight. Oh, we can make crates of tomatoes. I know that. And beetroots. Maybe make a crate of tomatoes to put in the market. Make a crate of tomatoes? Yeah, tomato crate. There we go. Put that behind the farmer's little section there. Saw a rotten tomato there. We've got to try and find a pillager to throw a rotten tomato at. Also, should be able to make crates of apples. You can make crates of tomatoes. Why not crates of apples? Let's go 3 high on these tomatoes as well while we're at it. Oh. There we go. I just have to shift click to make it work. And we got tomatoes. Can't go higher than 3, but 3 is pretty cool. So we can go 3 high tomatoes. Alright, now do we have a hoe? Yes, we do. Let's replant the cabbage. Now that we've got a rotten tomato, let's... Never mind, I think we put it in the compost. No, we didn't. We put the cabbage in the compost. Okay, now we've got a rotten tomato. Let's put it aside until we see some pillagers. We can throw it at the pillagers. There's an achievement for that. We can also just get the seeds from the tomato and grow more tomatoes, but I like the idea of keeping the rotten tomatoes specifically to throw at the pillagers. You can throw them at anything. You can just throw them in general, but if you throw them at pillagers, you get a specific achievement for that, which I think is fun. You can make a crate of lettuce as well. Lettuce? Cabbage. Looks like lettuce. Gets used interchangeably with lettuce in some of the recipes as well. Alright. Adding to the marketplace. We'll make a crate of cabbages once we get the chance. So if we can get some string, you can give us emeralds for that. That's nice. No, don't mind me, just musing aloud. Okay. So I think we can need a water wheel here as well for a bit of industrialization, but we'll deal with that later. For the moment, we need more wool, so let's get this house ready to go. And yeah, we need to put some more houses in, definitely. Just put a random poppy there, why not? Okay, that's become a boarding house. That should now give us the capacity for a couple of extra villages. We just need to start throwing food at them. And we want to make this into a little space that we can put a gate in. So we need to make the gate. Let's make a couple of fence gates. Why not? That's not what's meant to go there. Torches are meant to go there. One there and one there. There we go. So let's path this out. There we go. Looking good. And we'll put more path down here. There we go. So I think we'll fill in this little community pond here because we have plenty of that sort of stuff already. And another house can go here. And this can be a path instead of wood. We'll probably get some of this gravel later on, but for the moment, surely there's more wood than that. No? Ah, there we go. There we go. So I think another house in this general area would be a good idea. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Alright, so make that 5. Perfect. We should make it 5 by 5 here. Obviously, we'll fix the exact arrangements once we figure out what we're doing housing-wise. I'll just make a simple 5 by 5 villager house, similar to these ones. Maybe not with the pink terracotta though. Well, it does seem to be pink terracotta houses are the default in this village. Oh, it's white terracotta. Okay. White terracotta, which means we need a lot of clay. 24, 35 clay. No, 31 clay. We do have lots of clay around, so we could do that. Probably got enough for one house here. Alright, that's nearly a full stack. Okay, that gives us 16. So we can smelt that down and go get the rest of the clay. How do we do for time? 2.25 hours nearly. Alright. Disarm a few pillagers and put them on stage for tomato practice. Sounds like a brilliant idea. Apart from the fact that disarming pillagers takes forever. I might do that. Might disarm the pillagers between streams. Cool, we got another 8. So that's 24. Means we only need a little bit more. Okay. 1 charcoal in there. We'll go sleep in our little airship. How many Rotten Tomatoes do you need to start a rating site? Very good. I like it. Nicely put. Okay, so as you can see, without the flaps up, we did actually wake up in our bed, not outside our little hut, which is nice. So there should be some more clay around here. I saw some earlier. So that's all sand. Ah, that's andesite, which will be useful. There's sand over there. Hello. There's our little cod. We need to buy some more buckets of cod just for the sheer experience of having cod in our little pond. Oh, we need to buy some more shovels as well by the look of it. Alright, so we are short by 1 block of terracotta on what we need. Let's buy another bucket of cod from you. Oh, we're 1 short. Okay. Let's buy another shovel from you then. In fact, let's buy 2 because I'm sure we're going to break it. And we'll get to better quality tools eventually if we do that. We'll leave a spare shovel in the airship for later. So that's the 2 blocks, and we may as well get the rest of the clay here. It's going to need some bricks eventually anyway. Also, one of these will let us make some red sand if we fire all of them. But we'll keep a spare because it's groups of 8 and it's easier. It's more efficient to smelt that way. Alright, so we need some white dye, which means we need more bone meal. Pop those in there for now. And I put the wheat in there instead of the seeds. That's clever. Alright. Oh, put too many away. Wish we could compost the poisonous potatoes. We can't. Alright, well that's 1 lot of bone meal. Turn this into white terracotta at least. Nice. So we should probably bring some new construction, new building styles into this village. Maybe from the upstairs area if they've got different buildings there. Alright, let's see about a crate of cabbages. In true Naruto style. Oh, not Naruto. Avatar. As in the Last Airbender, not the 30-foot Smurfs. What? Oh, there we go. We've got cabbage seeds. Colourful terracotta and copper roofs. Maybe. That's an idea we'll keep on the back burner. For the moment, I'm going to make a house that's the same as the other one since I've already started on that path. But I do like your suggestion. Exotic foods like peas. Alright. Let's go get some more of these sugarcane. Feels like we missed one. There it is. There's not an even number. Okay. So yes, we'll head over to the Wizard Tower in a little bit. Maybe finish up having a look at the Wizard Tower. It's a little bit of a travel. But we have it on the as a marker on the map, but we don't actually have it on the map because of reasons. So I think we had to restore the whole server from a backup or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I know there's a good reason for it, whatever it was. How do we have 39? Surely... Oh, there we go. 42 is more like it. Let's see what the cartographer has to say about this. Not enough is what they have to say about it. What? Where is there a zombie? Where? Ah, must be in the roof. No? Specifically over here somewhere. I reckon it's in the roof of the blacksmiths. But we can't... Ah, yeah, it is. I was going to say we can't get in there to check, but we got in. Okay, so there's a creeper and a zombie waiting for us in there. The zombie would be useful for the iron farm later, but we also have a bunch of mobs over here, so no shortage of mobs when we want them. It's a lot of Endermen. They are systematically destroying that little section there. Okay. The way they're going to make a little hole and dig themselves into the... dig themselves into the void if they keep picking up the blocks they can pick up. Alright, so if we buy something from one of these guys, we'll have inventory space for it, so... I think we'll go with another stone hoe just to get the XP up. And I think we'll leave some paper in here. Excuse me. So that we've got a head start next time we sell stuff to him. Alright. Produce is looking okay. We'll try and get a little bit more white dye. Perfect. There's our first 2 walls. Let's have another look at here. We've got cobblestone for the base, strip logs, and wooden floor. Okay, that's easy enough. Let's grab some strip logs and get started. Once we get our iron farm together, we can make a schematic cannon and start building things a bit faster. Alright, we need another axe. Tool time. Could also make bark and make paper that way. Alright, let's get ourselves another axe. Alright, should be enough to hopefully finish off the house. I think we need one more at the top of each one, but we'll just go with this for now. So we're just short of having another bone meal, so let's grab some of these tomatoes. Got another rotten tomato there. Add it to the collection. Tomatoes seem to be good for bone meal too. Alright, there's 24, so we need 7 more. Which means another batch of 8, really. Then we've got all the terracotta we need for the house. We need some glass. We didn't make any glass yet. Well, that's the house pretty much done, at least. Time to eat some baked potatoes. We're getting low on hunger. Hello, Dor. Good to see you. Welcome. Happy 4th of July, by the way, for those of you in the US, if I haven't said it already. I hope it's been a good day for you. Yeah, we've got about another half-hour stream to go, so you haven't missed it yet, but always good to see you, Dor. Akasha's hanging around in YouTube chat. Happy 5th. Well, it is the 5th of July for me, yes. But it's also just a random Sunday for me, so 4th of July doesn't have a massive significance in Australia, as one might imagine. Okay, so we've got... We need 12. I think we already had 2 there. So let's go with 10 and see if that's enough. Maybe it was only 1. Let's go with 1 more just to be on the safe side. Well, I'll get the whole 12. All right. So we're building a little marketplace here. We're going to go get some wool in a little bit, but we're just building another house or 2 before we do that, just to make sure that we've got these villagers actually breeding. We're building it in the style they used to, but we're putting in more beds than they usually put in their own houses. Just because we're concentrating on repopulating the village and trying to get an iron farm happening eventually as well. So what sort of stairs? Just a... Ah, we've got a wooden stairs already. Perfect. It's like we were waiting for the opportunity. Alright, put the white terracotta away and we'll grab some more wood. And we'll make some doors. And we'll be sure to check them. Alright. Let's get that door in there. Alright, what have we got? Got something popped up on Twitch there. 3-stream streak. Ah, your streak's back. Excellent. Well done, Unchecked Door. Alright. That door's working. We've checked that one. Okay. Mandatory joke out of the way. Let's see. So we've got just wood for the roof here. Yes, just wood. That's 7 by 7. 49 wood. Need more beds. I got one bed there. Pop down another bed then. And we'll put a torch there. There's the torch on the normal houses. Normal houses, the other houses. There's one in there, and there's... That's it. Okay. So we just need some glass panes, and the roof. Alright, a fair bit more wood needed, so let's start with that. That's 14. We'll go sleep and we'll chop down some more trees. Alright. Wrong side. That's 34. Nearly finished. So I've been experimenting with a 1.21.11 version of this pack, which is not yet on a server, but it's an unofficial version because the unofficial versions of Create and Valkyrian Skies and Eureka are all the versions that are on the port on the 1.21.11 are unofficial ports, and therefore not supported by the creators. Hi, fish. We didn't get the dirt. That's fine. We're worried about the roof at the moment. Hey, you're building fences around your house already. Nice. Alright, there's our house. So happy they want to move in. They can't even be bothered waiting for the windows. They're so happy to move in that they can't even be bothered waiting for the windows. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so let's make some windows. We'll just check if we've got any glass on the airship to start with, because if we do, that'll save us a lot of time. Alright, and we are up to the 2-hour 40 mark at the moment, so a little bit of time left. Okay, we do have glass. We do not have glass panes currently, but we can fix that easily enough. Alright, there's our first new house. Looks just like the rest. Fantastic. So we probably want to put 1 or 2 more of those around the village. Just have a quick look up the top and see if the house plans are any different up there. They are not. There is a house that looks like it's been somewhat beaten up by... oh no, there's some over here. What's this one? There's some of the more standard houses as well, so we might bring some of those in. I'll bring some more of those standard brick and... Oh, I see. We've not quite got the roof right. Alright, we'll fix that. So, yeah, we'll get some of the standard... some of the standard looking stuff. Words. Noises. I know things. What am I trying to say? We get some of the standard village houses happening as well. Either between streams or in the next stream. Might put the glass panes back. Now we'll leave them there. They'll be needed for houses. So that's enough for at least 4 more houses there if we make basic houses. Alright, so we want a little bit more wood. Do we have logs still? We do not. Okay, let's get some more wood then. Now we had 4 there, but we might as well get another tree worth. Alright, let's have a look at the roofs on the other ones. Ah, yes, I see. I'll just make 20 more. And we'll just pill up. Let's have a look from the inside and check whether that's straight up roof or whether that should be enough if we go around the outside. But first we'll just grab this one. Somehow we managed to grab that. Okay, I'm going to go with this should work. Have a look from the inside on the other one. If it's too thick, then we'll just make it too thick like the others. But if it's only one thick, we'll make it just one thick. Look at the inside of this one. Okay, so it is fully lined on the inside. That's fine. We can deal with that. So it's need one more log, I think. Yeah, one more log. Okay. Easy done. Oh, look, there's some trees right there. Perfect. One more log worth of planks, and we're done with this house. Perfect. You all saw that Enderman, right? Want to steal our grass? There it is. We do have an axe, we don't have a sword. Wait, we'll put it in a boat. We do have a boat. Where'd the Enderman go? Got away. Oh well. There we go. Get in the boat. Ha! Thank you. Got our precious grass block back. You saw it? Awesome. I saw it too. I'll stash that grass block with the others. Alright, so we will do a mission to get some sheep. Oh, another one. We just put our boat away. No, we didn't. Where's the Enderman? They got away again. Stealing our dirts. Took our dirts. A turkey dirts. There you go. Turkey dirts. Not gerbs, dirts. Okay. I think that's probably enough here. So much drama for a block of dirt. Yeah, I know. But as you can see, dirt is, it's still fairly common, but it is a bit of a premium resource. It's not quite like in Skyflat, but, approaching. Alright, I think we need to figure out how to get these guys to breed next. So we might have to throw a bunch of things at them. But I think we'll go back to spawn and start getting ready for an outro. Alright, so let's get moving. We get some coal into our furnace and we'll head back to... Well, in fact, we'll head over to the wizard tower just for fun. And then we'll head back to spawn from there. Alright, hit cruise control. We'll jump out of the driver's seat and we'll get some coal going. Make things a little faster. If we happen to dismount, we'll fall to it. If we happen to teleport back to where we started, we'll fall to our death on the island there, but that's okay. Alright, let's get a little bit of travelling music going. I don't know how boats trap something that moves between dimensions. That is a strange one, isn't it? We'll play Digeminal while we're travelling. Digeminal, in fact. We'll head towards that wizard tower. Which appears to be straight through a lava fall, but it's actually around behind it. So we're going to do a little workaround for getting to the wizard tower safely and not getting full damage. There's the wizard tower. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for a space to park. Looks like just around there might be good. And because it's a fair distance to go down, what we're going to do is we're going to hit down and cruise control, and then we're going to dismount before we get the full damage. Then we're just going to go into free cam mode and just watch ourselves descend. Alright, and we missed the mark slightly, so we're going to get out of free cam mode. And then turn off cruise control by steering the ship. And then we'll park in that little space over there. Oh, nice. That was just enough time for the trip as well, that bit of music. Nice relaxing driving music. And no full damage when getting out because we were in cruise control when we went down. And we weren't actually on the helm when we went down. Alright, so let's turn the music off. That's a little bit too exciting for what we're doing at the moment. So we'll play that exciting music when we're heading back to spawn. Just in case we see anything interesting along the way. But this is our little wizard tower. I say our little wizard tower. It's actually, I think Zora claimed it, but I don't know if they've moved in yet. We've got a bunch of create stuff that we could probably take before Zora settles in. A bunch of bookshelves. Power 1 book. Smart chutes and smart brass funnels and mechanical arms, all sorts of cool stuff. Don't know if Zora actually moved in or not, so we might just claim all of this before Zora does move in. We've got our brewing stand. And I believe that is fire resistance? Yeah, fire resistance. So this is all set up by the game when we first got here. A few nice things to loot if we wanted to. Parking the flying caravan between the 3 trees. The only things that work in Minecraft. Things that only work in Minecraft. Yes. Exactly. Alright. So I think realistically the brewing stand is about the only thing that's difficult to get here. Other than the create stuff, which gives us a bit of a heads up on create. Sliding and sharpness 3. So the sliding I think is from the grappling hook, maybe? Yes, I don't know if we've got shelves in this particular mod pack though. I don't know if we've got the back port for the shelves. I can't remember if it's in the copper and tough or if it's in the Pale Garden. Copper Age or Pale Garden. But we got the Copper Age backport. We could always add the Pale Garden backport. But that would, of course, mean adding extra biomes, which would happen... Whee! Let's not go that way. Which would happen when we find new areas that we haven't explored yet. This is pretty close from home, so what we're going to do is we're going to spend the last couple of minutes flying home. Get out of the trees. So yeah, that's the little wizard tower. We now have it on the map. There we go. And there's our starter area there. So let's head back to there. And we'll play some epic pirate music just in case we run across anything. Beware Captain Takehead Fred. Yeah, I can't remember if Pale Garden was before or after Copper and Tough, though. Might have been before. I'm surprised we didn't actually think to add that one as well. Well, yeah, it is an Artificer's Tower, I guess, rather than a Wizard's Tower. If you want to get technical, it's probably an Artificer rather than a Wizard. Well, we didn't seem to run across any pirates on the way, so that's good. And since we didn't start higher than we are now, we should be fine to land here. Oh, how's that for timing? Alright, we'll stop the music there. That's perfect. We're just on the 3-hour mark and we've returned home. Got to be happy with that. Alright. Dismount. No fall damage. We'll grapple our fuel out of the furnace, the engine. And we'll look to try and get some sheep over to the village later on. For the moment, we'll get some wool and be done with it. Oh, we had 4 wool there already. What do you know? Okay. Now that's granite, so we might just turn that into sand and get some more gold while we're at it. I'll just have a quick look at the iron farm and see how that's going. The crops here are doing well. Getting a bit framey as we come near the create stuff. And we've got 34 on the iron nuggets. So a little bit, but not much, and lots of flint. Alright, that looks like a good place to leave it, so we will prepare ourselves to raid out and see if Ori's still going. Okay. The levers on the hay bale. That is the thingamabob 3000 apparently. I have no idea why. But yeah. You'll have to ask who was it that joined? I think it was Mist that made that one. I can't remember. Alright, so let's just double check with Twitch if ads are coming up. We've got ads coming up in 2 minutes, so I think we'll snooze that. And we'll look to raid out on the Twitch side of things. Let's see who's still going. Looks like Origami Tiger is still going, so we might raid out to Origami Tiger. Now, if you've been in the streams before, you'll know that Origami Tiger is not entirely family friendly, but we'll do their best to stay family friendly if we raid out. So give me a moment to get that happening, and we will get our raid call going. I'll put that in the chat. We'll just do a tech head raid. Okay. So we'll go with that as the raid call there. Now, if you're not a follower and you want to use the same sort of thing, then you could also just go with the standard raid emotes, or whatever emotes you like. Just use Tech Head Raid in there as well when we head through. I'm just going to go into the outro screen on the OBS side of things and get some music going. And before I forget, I will say a great big thank you to my paid patrons, the Fantastic Soap, Oniaro, and Catsmith. You don't usually make it to streams, but I do appreciate your support all the same, and I know you do like to watch the replays. And I try and make sure to remember to give you the thanks in the recorded content as well, because I know you guys watch that. So you all seem to enjoy those. So thank you for continuing to be paid patrons, and thank you to Apollo Music for the music. Although some of it was commissioned, some of it was demo music originally as well, and I've ended up having a great commission relationship with them. Feel free to check them out if you want to get any music for any of your projects. All right, so music we're listening to at the moment is Cobblestone Generator, and we will get the raid going. And on the YouTube side of things, feel free to hang around for a moment or two after the raid goes through. But I will be finishing up the stream at the end of the music. So let's get that going. And we'll just copy the Tech Ed raid across. Let's see. Where's it gone? All right, copy image. Just getting it working on my side of things. Doesn't want to work. Let's try that again. There we go. Alrighty, let's get the raid going then. I'll just start raid. And for those of you watching on YouTube, I'll be finishing up the stream shortly. Alrighty, let's raid now. Alright, thanks on YouTube. I'll stop the stream here. Thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate you all. And keep an eye out for the Terraria stream on Tuesday and the Hightail stream on